million was very serious.
I came up with the idea of this gamelan architecture, which was a project involving dance, music and architecture across 2 different countries, with children working together, sharing information or experiences. Eventually, we ended up working with a slightly different group of people and in a slightly different context. I think Cairns Hill is a very, very unique environment. And there was a period of adapting some of the ideas that I came up with. So we had to get to know each other and also to learn to understand how things work here.
It's evolved from a linear project to a controlled chaos in a really positive way, because that we know the kids, we are able to adapt ourselves to their needs. Now that I've got a good rapport with them, now that they are listening and they are behaving in a really quite professional way, that's really good. So I'm getting a vast amount of stuff now. There has been filmmaking, songwriting,
playing games,
choreography,
dancing,
story writing,
drawing, colouring, painting,
cooking, everything.
It's been really creative, quite different for the kids, and it's been led by the children. Carlos and Ricky have brought certain materials to work with and certain ideas to work with, but the kids have been in control of where that goes.
I made that up.
Obviously this project's linked with a group in Spain, and I think it's been really quite inspirational really to see how that process works, because at first it seemed quite intimidating, quite daunting. How could we integrate that? Obviously Carlos being the link, he spent time in Spain, he's come back with pictures and videos and sound bites and vice versa. And last week a group of the young people here spoke with Carlos in Spain, and it was really quite amazing to see their faces. This is a guy we've been working with, and now he's in Spain working with other children, and they're using music that we've made, and they're making sculptures and installation pieces like we've made here, and it was just really quite amazing to see how that had actually quite a big influence on them and see value in themselves. I'm important, these children over here are working with me and my work, and actually my work has some value, and how kind of empowering that is, I guess.
We're working on a Creative World project with a group at NM Trust in Southampton and Harroway School in Andover. The theme's called Worlds of Wonder, and I've identified that as being the young people are the worlds of wonder. I'm giving them the clues and mechanisms to create video, audio and picture based around special moments of their life, what we call wow moments.
It's all about sending a message in a bottle to the world. We've been taking pictures,
looking at the perspective of life,
finding out what other people like.
So each session they've been looking at different ways that they can record their message and how they can leave it for the rest of the world, and if they could send it into space, what would they say?
For the audio recording we of course had to come up with our own speeches.
Nature is important to me because it surrounds us and it's a big part of my life.
I enjoy going to Explorers to try out new experiences, learn new skills and just generally have a good time.
Right now, lots of different people are going around the town centre taking photos of nice colourful things.
Now the international partnership is working with a group based in Chicago. The Chicago group are working on particularly sounds around Chicago, so street sounds, traffic. We'll be finding some street sounds, video sounds, and we'll look at a comparison.
I've enjoyed everything.
Interesting, as when I never thought it would be something that I would actually do.
I've done new things and just had fun while I've been doing it. It's unique.
Expressing like how what I think about, I think that's probably what I like the best.
For me, I've learned about photography, which they've said that I actually do have quite a lot of skills.
Very serious.
The project is an international project connecting with a school in Mataro in Spain, and we're working with students from the Harbour School in Portsmouth. The Harbour School is behavioural and social development needs, and we're working with two groups, one group in Milton, and these are students who have never worked with another group since they came out of mainstream education. This is the Harbour School Tipner, and this is the hostel. And the hostel is to give students a break so they can continue their education. So with this project, I've tried to let them lead with their ideas. So it started off as a photography-based project, and they made some really good photographs, and we thought about how they can connect with the students in Spain and to do that safely. So they all made an avatar, which was an image, a photograph that represented them in some way. And the students in Spain did the same, and then they've been exchanging those.
Well, we just learn all about them, what they do, who they are, and they show us their precious moments of what they have.
So they've been sending pictures to us, and then we've been sending pictures back, and we've gave them a couple of challenges and stuff.
It's leading up to an exhibition that shows the exchange, the communication and the reflections throughout the project.
We've built the den.
The idea of the den came from a visit to Aspect's gallery. They went to see Suki Chan 100 Seas Rising. They were really surprised to see that art wasn't paintings. They're developing their creative skills. They've got a body of work. They've made some fantastic images which they've shared, and they're kind of getting to see bits of another culture.
Once I started, I never knew anything about VJing, how to make photography excellent. But since been working with Tiffany, it's been upgraded a lot.
I've learned how to use a proper photographer camera.
So we've covered the collage, the photography. They've made animations, photo animation, built the dens. They've gone on a trip to a gallery. They've never been to a gallery, some of the students.
Got more confident in believing and knowing that there's someone out there who could be like the same as you.
Like other people from other countries actually get to know what we do.
It's fun, because then you learn new things every day.
It's been fun and exciting.
We are now at the exhibition of the Breach on Borders project.
I feel proud of myself and that I've contributed.
I learned how to make a photo look outstanding, confidence, concentration, and also the big major thing, teamwork. Amazing in one word.
project is involving our children in a sense of place within their community. We have a very transient community, so this is very much about giving the children roots into the community, but also giving them a sense of identity in terms of identifying what's there already and having the imagination and curiosity to think, actually, what could it look like? As a school, we're very much a school that builds on creative development, and we very much want to develop the children's building power. We've got 47 different languages within the school, so it's an incredibly exciting range of children from different cultures who are shaping their kind of idealised community.
Well, we've been going in around Shirley, which is our high street, and we've been taking photos and drawings of our area.
We've done the large high street pictures, and some of the thoughts and ideas that have come from that have been a revelation. We originally did just how they see the high street, and then we've added to that pictures of what they'd like to see in the high street. You know, and they just don't want to see a dull high street, they want to see things that are exciting. So the thought behind a lot of the kids has been amazing.
We've been working on the SPUD project to make a website. It's basically so that people can look at the website, and because there are things that really stand out but then people just ignore and stuff. But then we've been looking at them more closely and taking pictures, and if you go on the website it will just be there.
And we're hoping to link up with schools abroad who've done the same sort of things and to look at their responses to where they live and go to school as well.
As a head, I just think it's brilliant. I love my teachers and children working together on projects which is stimulating conversation, expanding vocabulary, extending thought and imagination, and particularly working with lovely sets of professionals who come in and work as partners with us and our children.
I thought at the start, it's going to be really good. Then once I'd done it, it seemed even better than I thought. I enjoyed all of it, really. If I had the choice to do it again, I would definitely do it.
The legacy of the project will be my children looking at their environments and just thinking, it doesn't need to be like that, we can think about another suggestion, but we need to put it down so we can communicate it effectively. It's about children changing their environments.
Thank you to everyone that let us do it, because it was a really good experience.
Well, we're here in Oak Lodge, which is a secondary special school and arts college, and we've worked with them for several years now, building up the drama supply and also the arts award delivery. But this project is a really exciting addition to that, because the first time they're going to be able to go back to the Playhouse and perform their show at the Playhouse with some members of our youth theatre as well.
Essentially, we think of it as being a kind of co-production between Salisbury Playhouse, Oak Lodge Secondary Special School, and their partners Evangelical Action Brazil, and English Touring Opera, which is a new partner for all of us.
We're doing a performance about the Olympics, and it links to my Gold Arts Award.
There are other opportunities for young people. Not only can they perform, they helped us to improvise the script, so lots of their words have come into the show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
wasters and losers.
Young people are involved with the technical side of it. They're making design for the sets and also design for the costumes as well.
It's great fun. It boosts up your confidence.
I like the role that I'm doing as well, because it does kind of like express my character that I'm confident, because I never used to talk to anybody. I just used to be the shy one, little one in the corner. And now I'm actually really chatty. Yeah. That's what Artswork's made me.
Ping pong, exercising our arms, trampoline, doing a routine.
Today we had a very successful session in that pretty much everybody was joining in all the time.
We sat in a circle and they asked us what would you like to make another song on, and I said about running a marathon.
I think it's good to have a stretch, because this is something new to what I've ever done before.
To work with so many different young people and over such an intense period, and working towards a performance is always really exciting.
It is good. I mean, it's
in front of the public, which really astonishes me. It's really a first time doing something right in front of the public at Salisbury.
We never our swords to threaten our enemies. No, keep fighting. That is the only way you can be the greatest.
So, because they've been working so well with us, I'm thrilled to say that already we've started on a new project with them that has overlapped with this one. So, a lot of the young people, and initially we worked with 150 in the school, then 55 came back here today to be in this show, while 14 of them are actually going to be integrated into the youth theatre production this summer, which takes place in 2 weeks' time.